everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is staying safe and healthy and having a lovely day. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, hello, I'm Nocturne and I do K-pop as well as pick a card readings here on YouTube. So I'm so excited, you guys. Today I'm going to be doing another friendship reading. I feel like I haven't done a friendship reading in a really long time. But today is going to be a reading on Cha Eun-woo as well as Moon Ga-young. I hope I'm saying her name right. I've gotten a lot of requests to do a friendship reading on them, so yay, here comes today. I am so sorry, guys. For those of you who have been asking and requesting on other readings, I am trying to do my best. I can only do so many readings per week because of other work engagements, so I'm truly so thankful for all of your support, for you subscribing to my channel. Hopefully one day I'll be able to do this full time and I'll be able to film more than a couple of videos per week. But yeah, guys, as usual, I just want to make a quick disclaimer that I'm not going to be divulging too much into their personal lives out of respect for them and for whomever I do a reading about in the future. If you guys are interested in any of my social media links, or if you want to know what cards I use in my readings, etc., or even my shop, you can find all the links in the description box below. But yeah, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel. And yeah, without further ado, let's just get straight into the reading. Okay, guys, so we're starting today's reading by seeing how is the energy of their friendship before we go into how Cha Eun-woo sees Moon Ga-young and how Moon Ga-young sees Cha Eun-woo. Again, I'm so sorry if I'm saying their names wrong. But this is so interesting, you guys, because we have father and child eternal. So their friendship feels very balanced. Their relationship with one another feels very balanced because one of them has a talent for creating and supporting life, positive guiding light within a tribal unit, whereas the other one has childlike qualities, determination to remain young in body, mind, and spirit, ability to see things with fresh eyes. So together, again, this doesn't necessarily mean that they're always like this with other people, but when they're together, they bring out this side of them. So one of them becomes one that is always there, that is able to give guiding light, give very good advice, kind of like a stable, safe, grounded force in the other person's life, whereas the other person brings fun in their relationship. The other person is the one that is like able to see things in a positive perspective and is like, come on, let's do this, is able to bring kind of like excitement into day-to-day things. So it's a very good balance that they have, and I see that it's almost like a yin-yang situation, you know, with their friendship. Another thing that I do see is that with the Four of Wands, the Judgment, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords, I feel like their friendship has been cultivated for a while, especially with the Seven of Pentacles. This is a relationship of friendships that they've worked on with time. They've put a lot of hard work in it. So I'm not saying that this is a friendship that comes very easy. I feel like they're both very busy people, so it takes a lot of effort for them to ensure that their friendship keeps on growing, that their relationship keeps growing with one another. So to catch up, to keep each other updated on news and things like that. So it's a relationship that's truly been cultivated, and they've invested a lot in this friendship is what I see. Also with the Judgment, I do see that their friendship has gone through a lot of rebirths. So it could have been that maybe at one time they were just they're not even really friends, they just kind of knew of one another, and then they became really close, and then they kind of went their separate ways, and then they got close again. I just see that their relationship has been through a lot of rebirths. But they have a lot of fun together. There's a very strong foundation in their friendship. With the Four of Wands, they make each other very happy. They trust each other to the point that they can be very honest with one another. With the Queen of Swords, they do not sugarcoat things with one another, you guys. I see that if Moon Ga-young feels a certain way about a situation in Cha Eun-woo's life, or Cha Eun-woo feels the same way with Moon Ga-young's life, they're just like their words can cut sometimes, but it's that kind of close relationship. They've gotten to that point where they can be honest with one another, and they're only like that because they care deeply about each other. But yeah, super interesting, you guys. Wow. Okay, so let's see now, how does Cha Eun-woo see Moon Ga-young? So guys, how does Cha Eun-woo see Moon Ga-young? How does Cha Eun-woo see Moon Ga-young? Moon Ga-young? Oops, sorry, a card just jumped out. Interesting. Okay. There's a bit of banter going on there too. Wow. Okay. Cha Eun-woo. How does Cha Eun-woo see Moon Ga-young? Wow. There's a very strong nostalgic feeling, but I'm gonna be honest with you guys, there's also almost like family, like a family kind of like interaction is how I see it, because with the Five of Wands I do see that they bicker quite a bit, and you know how I told you guys in the very beginning with the Queen of Swords, I see that they can be very honest with each other, to the point that sometimes maybe like the words can hurt a little bit, but that's just the extent of how strong and how close they are. But with the Six of Cups, the Five of Wands, we have the Three of Cups, the Three of Wands, Justice, the Queen of Cups. Wow. Okay. So Moon Ga-young is definitely someone that is very near and dear to Cha Eun-woo's heart. Okay, with the Five of Wands, they do bicker quite a bit. They sometimes have differing opinions in terms of just life in general and things like that, so they can bicker, but it's nothing that is very it never gets serious. It's not like fighting or serious arguments. It's done with like the best intention at heart, because with the Six of Cups I can see that she's very near and dear to his heart. Okay, she's someone that almost like when he thinks about her, there's this like nostalgia attached to it, like good memories is attached to like Moon Ga-young when he thinks of her. She is someone that he celebrated a lot of ups with. She's always there for him. He really, really values her. With the Three of Cups, they have a very, very good bond. They laugh a lot together. And with the Three of Wands too, they argue and they bicker, but about the big things they do agree on, like big picture stuff, you know, about what's important in life and how they envision their future and their success and what their goals are. So he's very respectful of her. With the Justice too, he sees her as someone that is very, very fair. He knows that he can go to her for advice and she's not gonna sugarcoat things, like I told you guys before. He's not gonna sugarcoat things with her too, but he does value that a lot. He does value that. He knows that when he goes to her, he is going to get good and honest advice. Now, with the Queen of Cups, I feel like this is something that appeared towards the end of the reading. So it's something that he keeps quite close to his chest. But I feel like with Cha Eun-woo, I feel like sometimes he doesn't want to show his affection towards her too much. Like, as in, she knows that he cares a lot about her, but like to what extent, I don't think she knows, like, you know, because with the Queen of Cups I can see that he sees Moon Ga-young as someone who is not just beautiful, but someone who is very like goddess, ethereal femininity, you know, and she's also someone that is very creative, very nurturing, someone very motherly. And I don't mean that he sees her as a mom or anything like that, but there's just this very like divine goddess energy that Moon Ga-young has, and he thinks very highly of her. He thinks that she's very, very beautiful too. Anything else, guys, in regards to how Cha Eun-woo sees Moon Ga-young? How does Cha Eun-woo see Moon Ga-young? Oops, okay. What did I say, you guys? He thinks she's very, very beautiful. And she's tender and yet vulnerable. He thinks that she's someone that is very, very talented in her craft too, and he really enjoys watching her work, is like what I'm hearing. It's almost like time could pass and he wouldn't realize it when he's watching her work. But for some reason, I feel like he hides this from her. Like, as in, she knows that he cares about her, but I don't think he's the type of person that goes like, oh, you look so beautiful today. No, like he just hides it, and maybe he just smiles or like whatever, because it was really hidden under the layers, you know. But this is actually one of the first things that drew him to her, is like her beauty and her presence and her energy. But yeah, super interesting, guys. Okay, so now let's see, how does Moon Ga-young see Cha Eun-woo? So how does Moon Ga-young see Cha Eun-woo? Oh my goodness, this is so funny, you guys. This is so funny because I remember when I did Cha Eun-woo's reading last time, I'm pretty sure there was the emperor, the sun. Like, it's been a really long time, but I just remember the messages, because he is someone that is very charismatic, and people see him as somewhat of a leader, like as in they see him as a leader, so people listen to him, people want to know what he has to say about something. It's just this charisma that he has and the way he carries himself, and that's exactly how she sees him. She really respects him. With the emperor, it's almost as if, I feel like sometimes, I don't know what it is about their energy, okay? I'm trying to verbalize it as well as I could, but it's almost like sometimes they have pride in getting in their way, both of them. Like, and it's part of their banter, it's part of their relationship, and it's what makes it special, right? But it's almost as if she doesn't want him to know how handsome he's looking, or how much she appreciates him, or, you know, like, she doesn't like giving him those types of words. And the same thing with him. I feel like they can know how much they are affectionate and caring in their friendship with one another through the way they act, but they don't like to give, you know, that kind of like those words to each other. So, but anyways, I digress. But she sees him as someone who is just pure sunlight, okay? He can bring sunshine to any situation. It almost feels like when she's having a bad day and he shows up, she's like, I'm so happy, kind of thing. She thinks that he's someone that is going to have a very, very long career, proper longevity, because he is able to capture people's hearts, and he is able to bring positivity everywhere he goes, which is something that is very, very, very important when you want to have a strong, long career, because obviously people really like him, and then people will, you know, say, oh, you know, Eun-woo was very professional here, etc., things like that. But yeah, so he's someone that is very, very positive, radiates happiness, and brings a lot of happiness into her life too, just like the sun brings a lot of warmth into her life too. With the emperor too, he almost has like a duality, is how she sees it. It's like sometimes he can be like a child playing, like, let's do this, let's do that, kind of like have fun. So I think it's pretty obvious who he was in that previous energy that came forward. But at the same time, he does have a duality, and he can all of a sudden turn it and become this very like respectable, charismatic person who is very direct in what he thinks is right or wrong, very clear in his leadership, who commands attention, who is very protective too. I see that Eun-woo is someone that is very protective, and he is quite protective of Moon Ga-young too. And with the Two of Wands, it's funny because he sees her as someone with the Three of Wands. They have a very similar vision of their goals and their future together. And with Moon Ga-young, with her, she's sorry guys, oh my god, I am getting so excited that my words are getting jumbled up. Bleh. Let me rephrase, okay? It's funny because Eun-woo sees her as the Three of Wands, as someone that he can talk about the future with, and together they have very similar goals in life, whereas Moon Ga-young sees Eun-woo as the Two of Wands. So he can talk with her about those goals, about where she wants to go in life, and together they can implement it, you know? So they're very, very balanced together. It's actually quite interesting. Okay. Anything else, guys, in regards to how Moon Ga-young sees Eun-woo from tarot? No? Okay, let's go. Yeah. With him, around Eun-woo, Moon Ga-young feels very, very excited, like with like she just channels the Queen of Wands when she's around him. She feels excited, feels warmth, she feels confident. They're very creative people, the two of them, so they can talk about anything and everything under the sun together. It's almost like, and they have a very strong aura together, like as in obviously Eun-woo on his own has a strong aura, Moon Ga-young on her own as well, but when they're together, it's almost like people just can't look away. There's this strong star quality, even when they're surrounded by other celebrities too, but people just turn to them, you know? So yeah. Very compatible friendship. So okay guys, let's see what else. How does Moon Ga-young see Eun-woo? How does Moon Ga-young si Cha Eun-woo. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. So, first of all, this is so funny. We have transform because as I mentioned to you guys before, I feel like their friendship has gone through a lot of transformative period, rebirths, things like that. I feel like they've been friends for a long time to the point where they were close, they drifted apart, they got close again, now they're closer, things like that. But yeah, so their friendship has gone through a lot of stages in life. But she also thinks that he is someone that is able to rise above any situation, become the best version of himself. He is like chameleon, okay? He's able to transform into whatever the role is asked of him or whatever project is asked for him. There's a very strong duality about him, is what I'm seeing that she sees in him. So it's almost like, oh my gosh, Cha Eun-woo, you have so many different cards and you're able to show them and play them whenever it suits best. Like he's just very, very adaptable, and that's something that she looks up to in him. You know, and he's also someone that is very present in the moment. And I feel like with Moon Ga-young, she tends to worry a lot about the future, especially here with the Two of Wands. She tends to focus on the future, like, oh my God, you know, what's next here, what's next there. There's so many goals I want to attain and things like that, that sometimes she loses track of the present. But Cha Eun-woo is able to bring her to the present and say like, hey, look, you know, you can worry about that. Or you can be thankful of the future and see how far you've come, and you know, we can just enjoy and have fun and things like that. So I feel like he really, really grounds her and he brings her to the present moment. Another thing is with rest, slow down. You don't have to solve everything to, oh my God, I didn't even realize this, but this is exactly like what I said. Like he is able to bring her to the present moment and is like, relax, you don't have to figure everything out today, you're gonna be fine. So he has a very calming way about him too. So although sometimes it can be like, let's excitable energy, like a child, you know, which is very, very good too. At the same time, you can turn it on and be like, you know, calm, let's be calm, everything's okay, I'm here for you. So yeah, very, very good. Now let's move on to what's next for their friendship. So guys, what is next for the friendship between Cha Eun-woo and Moon Ga-young? So what's next? What's next in 2022? So let's see. Oh, okay. So in 2022, what's next for Cha? Wow, okay. 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 Wow. Okay. Goddess of the Moon, Moon Ga-young. Okay, so I usually try to be like very discreet in like my readings and things like that, but I feel like with this it's like so obvious that I'm just gonna try and like okay, anyways guys, so basically what the guides are saying is that they are very close to one another. So there is a multitude of possibilities that could happen in 2022. Nothing is set in motion yet. As we can see with the Goddess of the Moon is all about, you know, things that aren't clear yet, things hidden from plain sight, secrets and things like that. So there's a lot of ways that things could go for them in 2022. One of them is that it could be that they won't be as close with each other anymore because of the hostilities and the broken heart here. It could be that they get very, 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 very close. And again, I don't want to go too into detail about their relationship and things like that, but it could be that one of them ends up leaving with a broken heart because there is a very strong appreciation for one another, okay? There is a very strong appreciation. There is a very strong attraction to one another. Like, I'm just going to say it as is. And with the Goddess of the Moon, it almost feels like sometimes it's like, I mean, they're two very, very busy people, right? And they obviously have a lot of admirers. I remember from my previous reading of Cha Eun-woo that there were a lot of women that were vying for his attention. And I'm sure it's the same thing for Moon Ga-young. I can have a look in just a little bit, but yeah, so it looks like one of the possibilities, it could be that their friendship ends up drifting away, that they end up breaking apart because of a situation. So guys, can we get clarification in regards to this? Can we get clarifications in regards to this? It would be such a shame because they're so compatible, and their friendship seems so important to each of them. That is like, yeah. Okay. Wow, I mean, okay. Sorry, guys. Yeah. Okay, guys, so how I see it is actually the other way around. So we have the Page of Wands and the Seven of Wands. Let me just move this here for the time being so we can have a clear view of the cards. We have the Page of Wands, we have the Seven of Wands, the Eight of Wands, the Six of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands. So actually, I do see that there's a lot of people vying for Moon Gayang. It almost gets to the point where she feels like it's just too much is being pulled in so many different directions. What I do see is that there is a person, there's this Page of Wands that is very interested in Moon Gayang. I don't think this person is here yet. It could be towards later on in this year, within this year. But this Page of Wands is very serious about Moon Gayang, and he's like, you know, like he's just like, he's not hiding his affection at all. And it almost seems like Cha Eun-woo really doesn't like this person. So it's almost like he's saying, you know, like, you shouldn't be with this person, etc., things like that. I'm only here to help you. I'm only telling you as a friend. And I don't know, I feel like this is a huge reason why they end up falling off, because of this altercation. This is going to happen quite quickly. I do see that. So we do have, okay, so it's between June and August. This is going to happen. And yeah, they're just going to end up fighting. As I mentioned before, they do bicker quite a bit as is, but this does feel like a quite serious bickering. Yeah. And Cha Eun-woo, when he has an opinion about something, he is very vocal about it. He's not going to hide it. And with the Ace of Wands, it's almost like he's really ready to fight, and his voice is quite loud, and he's like, listen, you know, he's very passionate about his opinion, because he thinks of her as the whole world. Like, he thinks so highly of her. He wants the best for her with the Ten of Pentacles. He just really wants the best for her. And for some reason, he thinks that this person is not going to be good for her. And she usually listens to him. She usually collaborates with him. She usually wants to see his point of view. But for some reason here, it doesn't seem like she wants to. So it does make him feel like, as you guys see here with the hostilities and the Seven of Wands, it's almost like they just end up going like round and round in a circle, fighting over the same thing over and over again until there's like a broken heart. Again, like the guides are saying, there's still multiple possibilities. This is not set in stone, but the way things are going right now, this is how it's going. So guides, this is not good. Okay. Okay, anything else in regards to this situation? Anything else? So obviously, I think it's pretty clear. I think it's pretty clear that Cha Eun-woo cares deeply about Moon Gayang. Yeah. Okay. So what the guys are saying, this will, again, like I said, there's adjacent possibilities. Things are not set in stone yet. But basically what the guides are saying is that either way, whether or not this ends up happening and it ends up breaking their friendship and ends up leaving someone with a broken heart and things like that, either way, the guides are saying it is necessary for this thing to happen because it will start a new cycle. Okay, so it will either end up with one of them just not being friends with the other person anymore because turns out they're just, you know, like, and it's okay, right, you guys, like, as in friendships sometimes don't last forever. They always come into our lives to teach us a lesson or things like that. They're always there for a reason, for a season. So the guides are saying that either this situation is going to start a new cycle and make their friendship break apart, or it's going to end up taking them on another direction with the Nine of Pentacles, which is one that is full of blessings and abundance and happiness and success. So it could go either way right now. And the guides are saying, yeah. But yeah, they obviously care about one another very, very much. Anything else, guys? No? No. Okay, guys. Anything else? Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna bring some clarity into their friendship. Yeah. I feel like sometimes their minds can feel a little bit muddled about their friendship and how they feel about one another. Again, I'm not talking about relationship or anything, right? About friendships. But you know when sometimes you are so close with your friend of the opposite sex, that sometimes lines are a little bit blurred. That's how I see it. And with this situation, it's going to set in motion a more critical and clear way of thinking about how they are and where they stand. Because with High Priestess, the Four of Swords, the Page of Swords, the King of Swords, it's really about following your intuition. It's really about finally understanding how you see someone and how you see your friendship and relationship, right? Either way, guys, I'm going to stop the reading right here just because it's getting a little bit personal and I don't want to pry. What I do see is that, you know, Cha Eun-woo and Moon Ga-young are two great people. They have a very great friendship. They respect each other a lot. And, you know, their friendship has gone through a lot, right? Like I told you, there's been a lot of rebirths in their friendship. So, you know, who knows? Like, if they do end up not being that close to one another anymore, we don't know. This is a 2022 reading. They could get closer again in 2023. Or there's the other option where they end up even taking the next step, you know, in their friendship and being even closer. So yeah, I hope this reading helped you guys. I hope you guys take care of yourselves. I hope you're being good to yourselves. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel. And yeah, I really hope I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.